Hello everyone! Today a new original idea from Andrei. Sometimes I feel like Gala for my Salvador Dali. A muse that inspires crazy surreal ideas. Andrei's idea is a meat matryoshka. From quail, chicken, broiler and turkey. We hope everything works out the first time. So wish us luck in this experiment. Let's start with the marinade for the quail. We need garlic. Separate 1 clove. Peel and pass through a garlic smasher. Then cut the orange and squeeze out the juice from half the citrus. Take 2 large pinches of salt, black pepper, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and mix everything. Immerse the quail in the marinade and set aside for at least 1 hour. For the second marinade, it's one of our family's favorite. We take 2 cloves of garlic and put them through a press. Pour 1 glass of soy sauce. Add hot pepper and mix everything. Now we take a small chicken and put it in the marinade for 1.5 or 2 hours. For the third chick, we'll prepare mustard honey seasoning. Pour 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Add 4 ounces of honey. 2 tablespoons of mustard. 3 pinches of salt. Ground black pepper. Half a teaspoon of turmeric. Half a teaspoon of ground coriander seeds. And now mix everything. Marinating meat in this way takes from 2 hours to a whole day in the refrigerator. Now let's cook a non-typical seasoning for turkey. Chop 3 cloves of garlic, chop parsley and dill. Then put 4 ounces of butter, garlic, herbs, 3 pinches of salt, pepper, 1-2 tablespoons of olive oil into a blender and mix everything. Take the turkey and carefully, starting with the breast, separate the skin from the meat. Transfer the seasoning into a pastry bag. Insert it under the skin. Squeeze out the oil and distribute evenly, massaging. Now let's start assembling the meat doll. We place the quail with its paws inward into a small chicken. Then a small carcass into a larger chicken, and finally into a turkey. In Andrei's theory, it should have turned out exactly like this. And how glad we were that 3 birds were still able to fit inside 1 turkey. After all, my husband is a genius. We need to support his surreal and at first glance even unrealistic ideas more often. Now we've fastened the legs with a rope and rub the carcass with honey mustard marinade. While the turkey is marinating, prepare the salt. Take 8 packs and pour them into a gastronome container. Break the salt. Add water and mix until it becomes wet sand. We will sculpt a shell from this mass. This proven method will allow the meat to bake and remain juicy. Place a layer of wet salt 3/4 inch thick on a baking sheet. Place the turkey on a bed of salt and tie the wings together to make it more compact. Now we form the shell. Trying to smooth out all the cracks. This way there is a chance to retain all the juices in the meat. Bake in the oven for 3 hours at a temperature of 180 degrees, 200 degrees Celsius. And then give it 1 hour to cool down. What side dish is best to serve with meat in the summer? Of course, grilled vegetables. Soak wooden skewers in water for 30 minutes. For the marinade, we need 4 cloves of garlic. Squeeze them into a plate, add 2 ounces of vegetable oil, 3 sprigs of rosemary, 2 pinches of salt and pepper. Lemon juice will add piquancy at the marinade. So roll it on the table, cut it in half, and squeeze out the juice. If you wish, you can add 1 tablespoon of honey. It will be even tastier. Now mix all the ingredients and take 2 eggplants, 2 zucchini corn, and champignons. Cut the vegetables into finger-sized slices. Did you know that zucchini and champignons can be eaten even raw? Place all vegetables and mushrooms in a container. Add marinade, mix and leave for 1 hour. We string eggplant, zucchini, corn, zucchini, mushroom, eggplant, zucchini, corn, zucchini, mushroom onto skewers. We also have 3 small bell peppers. They will be delicious even without marinade. Distribute the hot coals evenly. Put the grate on. And now place the kebab on the live fire. Fry the pepper for 5 minutes on both sides and the rest for 10 minutes. Grilled vegetables and mushrooms are ready. Let's return to the meat. I'm curious what we got. We open the shell and see well-baked and fully cooked meat. Very carefully, so as not to break it, we transfer the meat Matryoshka to a dish. We remove salt crystals from the meat using a compressor. Now it's time to disassemble the nesting doll and see what we got. So, first we cut the rope on the wings and carefully remove it. Gently turn the carcass over. You see that it is completely ready and can easily fall apart. And we still have to cut the rope on the shins and get those inside. At such moments, I would like to stand on the other side of the camera and not take on such a huge responsibility. The second carcass surprised me with its golden crust and integrity. It is too early to relax. There are still 2 birdies ahead. The third pancake is lumpy, erect, not a chicken. The quail, thank God, remained intact. What can I say? I shouldn't complain. Although our experiment was not 100% successful, it was still 3/4 successful. In my opinion, this is a great life hack. How to bake 4 dishes in the oven in one fell swoop and set the table for a whole company. What can you say about the taste? Of course, we had a favorite. Which of the 4 do you think turned out to be the best? In our house, there is always someone to objectively evaluate our experiments. So the simplest tasting of all birds is quail. No wonder. It turned out almost boiled. I felt sadness in my stomach. It's good that it's small. The situation needs to be corrected urgently. Let's try further. 2 chickens and a turkey caused complete delight. The turkey was a favorite. Soaked in creamy and honey mustard marinades, it turned out soft, juicy, and with a caramel crust. The grilled vegetables turned out quite good. The only thing that can be improved is to add 1 tablespoon of honey or sugar to their marinade. The taste will be much richer. Matryoshka is perhaps the only toy in which the same thing is perceived as a surprise. And here they come with different marinades and different flavors. We hope you liked Andrei's original approach to cooking. Did you like it? Then support him with a like and your comment. Bon appetit and see you later! Bye everyone!